Now, they're putting out all kinds of other stuff where they're trying to make it sound like I'm kissing their ass.
Well, it's going to be one-sided, of
Yeah,
course.
it's one-sided.
I mean, I wouldn't expect anything more from them. We asked them to come onto the show, and they said, well, we put out press releases, so there's nothing more for us to say. Obviously, they're not going to come through our media because, I think that they're concerned on dealing with to the whole community on, I guess, what the community wants to ask them instead of just putting it out the way they want it to go. And that's fine. But in a document, it says on here, it says that the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake, its members, will make a public declaration which will be publicized through the media, the Eastern Door, the radio, television station, and of the community, and to the effect of the agreement, the settlement be reached. And I'm sure that even though, I'm sure that you would say, okay, well, part of the television would be our show, which however, they would want to do that, but I doubt it. They're going to go on their own and use that as their medium, saying that they fulfilled this by going on their show, which is, a PR campaign. So, do what you want. But I would love to have somebody in here to find out some of the answers or ask some of the questions that the community are putting, opposed to what they want to put out only. So, that's going to happen, or it's not going to happen. At the end of the day, it's the community that's going to decide, and one way or another. But that's why you're here.
I was asked to call a community meeting to explain this entire document and to explain to the community how we got to this point, and did we have to get to this point. We already covered how we got to this point. The next question is, did we have to get to this point? And the answer is no.
Of course not.
You were present when I called the meeting
Right.
over at the Moose Lodge, going back when. I got on radio, even here, TV, the Eastern Door, to say, here are the different elements. Let's bring it to the community.
And I said it
And they
I said it then,
refused.
and I'll say it now. It's the same thing. Once they decide whether they're right or wrong, it doesn't matter after that. They already pulled the trigger on the gun. We're going to go right to the end until we have nowhere else to go,
That's
like
right.
now. So, it's gonna continue happening. There's very few lessons learned in all these years that I've seen how some of the actions that have happened. I'm hoping that by the next elections that we're not back here with Keith Myiow anyway.
We'll be back here, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, come candidates night, everything that is said there on that podium, that's what they're supposed to be doing. That is their mandate. Not all this other BS that's being implemented and incremented into place, such as this visioning process and all this other garbage, along with the Justice Commission. What happened? What actually transpired to say that the way this Court of Kahnawake has been operating and where they want to take it today, they say it doesn't meet the community's needs. Well, I didn't just fall off the pumpkin wagon, and I'm sure neither did you or any of the listeners. What happened?
I know, and you know what?
And they're just putting us further into that rat trap.
It's a tough situation, regardless for anyone. At the end of the day, Canada and Quebec laws supersede anything that goes on in this community, regardless of what people may think. 18 years in policing, I think I have a little bit more knowledge than some of the individuals who are trying to put out that information. I've been in that system. I know what some of the things that are working and some of them that don't work. Some of them that are being abused and some of them that should be used more. But we'll close the show with talking about that justice system, because as a direct result of some of the things that have happened in the very near past is reflecting where we are today. And we'll do that right after these messages.